I actually got my start in broadcasting at the age of 15, just a few years ago. And I fell in love with broadcasting. And I really have never looked back. I've done very few other things in my life. That, as I said, was at the age of 15. I am now in my early 40s. And I'm still, doing the broadcasting thing, this time in the form of a podcast here. Got, my start in radio there in Dahlonega, also worked in radio in Gainesville, Georgia, Atlanta, then went up to New York, was in New York for 10 years, was on TV and in radio in New York. I reported from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange on a regular basis. It was that reporting from the stock exchange and being a business reporter at NY1, the legendary all-news TV station in New York. That just privilege and honor of working there and being a part of that legendary team. Really what sort of got, sort of first piqued my interest in the whole financial planning thing. And when I moved back to Atlanta to be closer to family just before the pandemic, I had always been someone who, in the past, especially living in New York and not having the highest paying jobs ever, I was someone who always sort of just flew by the seat of my pants, financially speaking. Over the past several years have gotten my own financial house in more order than it ever has been. And then when I got a job helping produce some podcasts for this company called AmeriLife and started seeing what financial advisors, seeing what they do and how they're able to help people and taking the time to learn about it and getting my life and health license so that I was able to know all that I could know about annuities, life insurance, health insurance, and then getting my Series 65 license just earlier this year, where I am now able to be a financial advisor, be a fiduciary financial advisor. And that word fiduciary, by the way, means that as the advisor working for the best interest of the client and not the best interest of yourself, right? You always have to put the client's needs first. And that's what I love about that. I make a commitment to the client to put their needs first, put your needs first, not my own. And so I just really fell in love with this space as well. So now I'm able to combine those two. And by the way, on a little bit more of a personal note about me, I grew up, as I said, in the South, and coming out was not the easiest thing. Growing up in a very religious household didn't make it easy. All I had heard my entire life was how being gay was wrong and you're going to hell and all that. And so coming to a place where I could accept myself was so important. My family has come such a long way in their acceptance, not only of me, but of my wonderful and amazing husband, Josh. And we are, living life here in Atlanta. We have our own place with our two dogs. And that's our own version of the American dream,